welcome to the You Speaks TV. I am Tosami Beneviche Daniel and I am elated to be your host for today. Today we are discussing a very crucial topic which will be beneficial to every Nigerian youth out there, which is how you can survive in spite of this present economy. I do not have all the answers, but thankfully I am not here alone. I have Busayo Makinde.
Hello everyone.
And Paul Ibe with me. Hope you guys are doing great.
Of course.
Yes, thank you.
Without further ado, let's just get right into today's video. A wise man once said that when things get really bad, it's about to get better. Would you say that that can be true in the Nigerian context, considering the fact that inflation is at 35% and the price of goods and services has skyrocketed? Would you say that in spite of our current realities, things can still turn up for Nigerians? What do you have to say, Paul Ibe?
This is actually a very serious question and it demands a very serious answer. So some I would say yes and I would say no to your question.
Okay.
You know, it actually depends on leadership, how intentional and how truthful are our leaders. Do you understand? So no, the truth is that we have so many countries are going through something similar to what we are going through, but you know the leadership makes it a different case. So now, how truthful are our leaders? When they tell us that this thing will last for a certain amount of time, are they standing, are they working intentionally to ensure that it doesn't go beyond that? So now, it's a yes and it's a no question or answer, depending on the intentionality of the leaders.
The annoying part out of everything is that they are not even talking at all. When last has our president addressed us as Nigerians? When last have you spoken to us? But let me not even get into all of that. Busayo, what do you have to say about this?
Okay, I'll agree with what Ibe Paul said, and I would like to add that saying that goes, there is a light at the end of the tunnel.
Of course.
But as Nigerians, we've not even seen like a ray of light, talkless of the light itself. The tunnel is like, it's too long, it's unending. I would appreciate it if our government, while we are going through the hardship and all of that, they try to make like an alternative route for us. Like if we are going through one crisis or the other, they try to find a way out for us. That way we are like, okay, we are not there yet, but at least our government, they care for us. They really acknowledge that something is actually wrong and they want things to get better. But like Tosami said, our government are quiet, they are silent, just leaving us to complain and all of that. So while I agree that when things get better, it might be a sign that when things are bad, rather, it might be a sign that things will get better. But I would appreciate if our government tried to, come up to say some things to cushion the effect of everything.
Or could it be that our government think that the tunnel is not deep enough yet? Could it be? Okay, thank you guys so much. We've underscored the situation that we are facing in Nigeria and what our realities are. But I think that the question that many Nigerians will have for us will be that, what is the way out? But as I leave you guys to ponder on that question, I would like to highlight what I saw in the Punch newspaper. One Mrs. Rebecca Solomon, while speaking to the news agency of Nigeria, said that things are getting really bad and at this point we need God's intervention. Would you agree with her that the onus is on God's intervention to help us in these present times? What do you think about this, Busayo Maki?
Okay, so what I think, I think that we actually, the first question you asked was how do things, like what do we do? Because, I would say everyone should cut their coats according to the material, like Gen Zs will say now.
Are you sure there's still material? I don't
Cut your coat. I know it's difficult. I know it can be quite hard, but this is not the time to start impressing anybody. It's not the time to start showing off, showing out. Just try to, like, if you cannot do some certain things, it's fine. It's okay. It's okay not to do everything you used to do. It's quite sad because few years ago, or even at January this year, you could buy like 10 liters of fuel, for example. Right now you can just buy 1 liter of fuel. It's sad, right? But do not just don't go above your means. Just try to stay within your means, right? And the second question is, yes, we definitely need God, but like the Bible says, faith without works is dead. So in as much as we need God, we also need to put in the work as citizens, and our government also need to put in the work. Thank you.
Thank you, Busayo. Speaking of petrol, petrol is almost at 1,500. In fact, I heard that in some states, it's beyond that already.
It's really sad.
In fact, we need God's intervention. But let's hear what Paul has to say about this.
Well, while I believe what Sarah said, I would also add that it is not only based on God's intervention. I honestly feel that this time I need to look more into man's intervention. You know, something happened recently and it got me almost pissed off. We all know the current price of petrol now. We all know. And I went to the filling station to get 5,000 naira worth of petrol. Can you imagine? This guy was attempting to cheat me. I don't know how they manipulate that nozzle. And you know, the person that accompanied me for that errand was like, if this guy, you know, it was not actually funny. You know, having you know, getting to cough out 5,000 naira, going to the filling station, and you see yourself being cheated. Now, what are you going to say about that? Are you going to say it is God's intervention? It's apparently man's intervention, or in this case, negative. So now, the truth is that we as Nigerians, let us be truthful. We can't afford to defraud ourselves, you know, go and cheat ourselves with this current problem of the economy and all that. So, to wrap it up, why we trust God for a divine intervention, we as citizens need to be intentional about how we deal with one another.
I love what you just said, Paul, and I want us to stay there for a minute, which is the fact that we have a role to play in everything that is happening. Whether things are hard or not, we have to survive. So I want us to highlight what can people do to survive in this present time. It's like BSc is not even enough at this point. It's like one stream of income is not even enough at this point. So if there is one thing you can tell Nigerians out there, what will it be? How can they survive? What should they do to survive in spite of everything that is going on?
Okay, in addition to what I said earlier about cutting your coat according to your size, I believe that multiple source of income is the thing now in Nigeria. Try to up your skills, try to look out for what people in the labor market ask for, require. Try to learn videography, try to learn social media management, try to learn, you know, things like this, project management. These are the things that most employers are asking for, most especially social media managers, because everybody wants their company on the internet right now, and videographers. You'll be surprised that a lot of people are looking for content creators out there now. So if you can learn those skills and utilize them well, like learn them so well that your employers want to, you know, want you on board, that would be very good. Very, very good.
So basically, being book smart is not enough. You have to be skill smart. If there's anything like that. So Paul, what do you have to say?
Well, you are in trouble if you don't have a skill in this country at this point in time. Yes, I just have to put it straight to you. Now, even if you have the skill, you need to put yourself out there.
Personal branding.
Yes, I need to continue from what Denso just said. Let's assume I have the skill, I have the videography skill. How visible I am? You understand? So you need to put yourself out there. Join communities that will help you boost, you know, presence. You understand? They call it personal branding. For instance, now you're a student of English. What other skill related to your course
do you have?
Do you have a skill in editing? Proofreading? Copywriting? How much do you leverage, you know, sources like Fiverr, Upwork and all those freelance? Thank you. So now you can't just sit down in your house and just lock your arms and one manna to fall from heaven. No, the last time manna fell, it was very pleasant. That was
a long time ago.
Yeah, so and it can't happen again. So you need to get the skill and think outside the box. Ensure that you are out there. If you are a real estate agent, for instance, now, how much do you leverage international, you know, customers, if I should use that word, or clients? It still boils down to visibility. So do your best. Join platform. You can join LinkedIn. You can go on LinkedIn. Yes, LinkedIn, Instagram. How much do you or do you just go on Instagram and
you say they are not a social media
exactly.
I'm not a social media person.
If you are an introvert, I'm an introvert by nature, but more business and money has put me out there.
Do you also know that same TikTok someone is using to project nudity? Someone else is using that TikTok to make money legitimately, not fraud this time around. So you need to actually leverage this social media so your data will not burn. Thank you.
So to just add something to what Busayo and Paula said, some people don't even know the skill set that they need in certain fields. So something I started doing recently, I'll go on all these job platforms like Indeed.com, Jobberman.
Yeah.
I'll go there, look at, because I have like some career paths that I want to tread. Like I'll go on it, search for those careers, see the qualification. What do these people even require of this kind of person? Do you get? So I begin to think that, oh, they require this skill. So I begin to do things in that line. So if you are like me that do not know what to do to up your game in your career path, you can start doing that as well. And I think I will just wrap up with this, which is there is a place for God to do his thing. There is a place for the government to do their thing as well. But ensure that you are also doing your thing. So that if the government refuses to do their thing, because I know that definitely God is going to do his thing, right?
Of course.
If the government even falls short, ensure that the lapses are not coming from you. So up your game in every single way that you can. Do you guys have any final words for our audience today?
Well, I would also say that you up your game. I can't just overemphasize that. And it's a very serious issue. Don't just claim to be an introvert and lock yourself indoors. And you need to go out there, engage, participate, volunteer. You know, don't just be too lazy.
Don't just stay in your house.
And take note. Yahoo is not an option.
It's not though. It's not.
So in addition to what Tosami and Paul said, I would just say that relax. Don't put so much pressure on yourself. I understand that the country is a lot, but a lot of us are saying, hey, the country is difficult. What can I do? How will my future be like? How would I survive? No, I'm meant for a soft life. But this Nigeria is not even relax, okay? Everything will be fine. Just calm down. Breathe in, breathe out. You're thinking that you're in school. You're thinking that, okay, after school, what next? What would I do? Calm down, relax. Just try to think. What would you like to do after school? Are you building the skills now? Don't wait till after school. Try to gather as much experience as you can. Lately, I've been coming across different things, and I realized that experience is what most people are asking for. The least experience they're asking for is 0 to 2 years, and they will still ask you for some certain skills to have. Most of them ask for more than that. So the little experience you gather here and there would matter in the long run. Even if they are like free courses, like Paul said, volunteering, it helps a lot. You can add that to your CV. There are so many things to do. Like Tosami said, up your skill. Get some soft skills that, aside what your BSc degree and all of that, there are other skills. And like I mentioned earlier, content creation. Social media, these two are the hot cake.
Every company is looking for
every company. In a day, if I see like 10 job updates, believe me that 8 of them are either asking for content creators or social media managers. You can learn virtual assistants to these things, and most of them are remote, so you can even do them at home while doing other things. So just be out there, make research, and
thank you.
Yes, and I just want to highlight something even as we wrap up this video, which is some people give the excuse of money as in for not taking certain courses, but there are a lot of platforms that you can offer certain courses for free. Example, Coursera. Just go to your Google and type Coursera. You can get a lot of courses for free to up your game, as we have all said. Thank you for watching today's video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and tell somebody that we are changing the narrative one after the other. Thank you. Bye.